What if I told you that you can make 6 figures in real estate this year without cold calling, without door knocking, or burning out trying to force leads? Hi, I'm Marcus Jameson with Keller Williams Diamond Partners. And if traditional lead generation makes you anxious, you're not alone. Cold calling can feel unnatural. Door knocking is just draining. And some days you wonder if you're even cut out for this. But what if I told you there's a way to build a powerful referral pipeline without having to chase people, without pretending to be something you're not? Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your real life, your hobbies, and your passions into a real estate lead machine. This isn't just a tactic. It's a lifestyle-based strategy, and it works. This is not about selling, it's about connecting. Let me tell you a real story from our brokerage. There's this guy named Chris, just your average weekend warrior who loves biking. And every Saturday, he would lead a local bike riding club. There were no business cards, no elevator pitch, just fresh air, good people, and an excuse to maybe eat some donuts afterwards. But it wasn't about the business. Here's the thing. Each ride, they would meet just right outside our brokerage here. And he would let people in to use the restroom, grab some coffee, get some water, and they would just chat. And then it happened. Someone asked, "Hey Chris, what do you do here?" And that innocent question became a conversation. And then that conversation turned into a lead, which then turned into a deal, which turned into another, and then another. Chris didn't push real estate. He just simply showed up, stayed consistent, and built trust. And then that bike club, well, it generated over $100,000 in closed deals just from doing what he already loved. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Well, that sounds nice, but I don't have a group like that. Or maybe I'm not into biking, or I don't know enough people. Or maybe I don't even really have a hobby. Listen, I hear that from agents all the time. And it's not about the hobby. It's about being consistently present where people already gather. So let me give you another example. There's an agent in our office who doesn't ride bikes. She just liked hanging out at your neighborhood bar. Seriously. And over time, she got to know everybody, the bartenders, the regulars. She got a chance to fill into the vibe. And she didn't come in pitching, she just came in as her. But now, if someone in that bar even mentions buying or selling, they immediately say, "Oh my gosh, you've got to go and you've got to talk to her." Why? Because she's known. She's part of that community. And that's exactly what works. So that's what we here call the hobby hustle. And you can actually do it in 5 simple steps. So let's break it down. So step 1 is just identify. Identify your hobby and just ask yourself, what do I love doing? What lights me up outside of work? Is there a group or a community already around it? And then how can I add value to it? Maybe it's crafting, gaming, it could be book clubs, fantasy football, volunteering. It all works. And if you love it, it's fair game. Step 2 is just create. Create 3 ways to add value. You can bring snacks, you can offer to host, but just show up and let the conversation happen naturally. And remember, you're not selling, you're just being, and let the relationships do the work. Step 3 is develop. Develop 2 or 3 ways to market yourself and show your value. Maybe mention a win you had with a client, or casually something interesting about the market. Or you can wear something with your real estate brand. You're not pushing, you're just planting tiny seeds. Now, none of these steps will work unless you do, which is why step 4 is engage. Stay engaged and in front of the group. You could start a Facebook group or a group chat. You can grab coffee with people, show up to events. People do business with people they trust, and that trust is built with consistency, which then leaves us to step 5, which is grow. Grow the group. Invite others, host simple events, sponsor a jersey or a banner if it makes sense. The more people that's involved, the more it's going to help your group and ultimately help your business. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You don't need to be somebody you're not to succeed in this business. You just need to be known for who you already are and seen doing something that you love. Just show up, stay consistent, and let your hobby become your lead gen engine. Now, I've just put everything we just covered into a simple 1-page playbook that walks you through how to set this up around your own passion, whether it's hiking or baking or photography, or it could even be Pokemon Go. And you can download it for free. Just check the link in the description. And hey, if you want help building your version of Chris's strategy, I'll give you 15 minutes of my time for a strategy session. No pitch, just value. Book your time below, and let's turn your passion into your next paycheck.